As we know, this series doesn't just document failure, it demands specific remedies. And on chocolate and confectionery, the following reforms, I believe, are necessary, achievable, and overdue. 1. Mandatory front of pack cocoa percentage labeling on every product sold as chocolate or bearing the word chocolate on its packaging. Not buried in the ingredients list, front of pack, clear, visible, so the consumer can see at a glance whether the bar in their hands contains 20% cocoa or 35%. If supermarkets can display traffic light nutritional labels, they can display the single number that tells you how much chocolate is actually in your chocolate. 2. A binding increase in minimum cocoa solids for milk chocolate, from 20% to the EU standard of 25%. The UK's historical derogation was a concession to manufacturers, not a protection for consumers. Post-Brexit, the UK has the power to raise that floor. It should exercise it. A 5-year transition period would give manufacturers time to reformulate. The direction of travel should be toward the European standard, not further beneath it. 3. Statutory compositional standards for chocolate flavor coatings and fillings. The current trapdoor beneath the legal definition of chocolate must be closed. A statutory minimum cocoa content for any product using the word chocolate in its description, including chocolate flavor, with clear mandatory declaration of the percentage of cocoa-derived ingredients. 4. Mandatory disclosure of recipe reformulations on the packaging for a minimum of 12 months following any change. When a manufacturer reduces cocoa, substitutes cocoa butter with vegetable fat, or makes any change that would alter compliance with chocolate classification standards, the packaging must carry a clear, prominent notice: recipe changed. The current practice of quietly updating ingredients lists while maintaining identical branding, pricing, and shelf position is a systematic exercise in consumer deception. 12 months of mandatory disclosure would impose a reputational cost on reformulations that currently carry 0. 5. An end to the exemption of confectionery from meaningful sugar composition limits. There is no legal maximum sugar content for chocolate or confectionery in the UK. The government's voluntary sugar reduction program only achieved a 3% reduction against a 20% target. Voluntary has failed. Mandatory sugar density limits for chocolate and confectionery enforced through the existing HFSS framework should replace the failed voluntary approach. 6. Mandatory testing and disclosure of PFAS, heavy metals, and microplastics in water used for confectionery manufacturing.